And there's no one in. All right. Let's wait for a couple people to get in, especially for a smaller YouTuber to do these. But I don't mind. I don't mind talking to myself at all. It's fine. Brutal. I guess doing a live stream on a Friday night really isn't the smartest thing. I guess a lot of people are out doing things. Even I was out doing something. I'm going to be going back out in a little bit. But what's going on? We got one person. Thank God. I thought I was going to go without any people in here for right now. I know it's a Friday night, so it's cool. It's fine. But can't see who's in. Anyways, I'm just going to sort of just jump right into it. I'm not going to drag this whole thing out, and then we can talk more later if we have time. But I wanted to talk on a couple different things today. Mostly, as you saw from the title or the title card, I wanted to talk about fragrance budgeting. I know, such a sexy freaking topic. I know so many people are into fragrance budgeting, but just some of the things that I do and some of the things that I follow through with just to make sure that I'm not going past my means, and something that I'm making sure that I'm not spending too much money myself. I know that I think I saw a comment. I'm seeing a couple comments, but they go quickly. I don't know why they're leaving. I don't know. There's people in there. I see comments coming up, but they keep on disappearing. But anyway, so yeah, just fragrance budgeting and just a couple different other things that I do when I practice. I try to make sure. Why are my comments disappearing so quickly? Oh, there we go. Dude, I've blown thousands. Yes, so have I. So have I. What's up, Carlos? What's going on, Travis? What's going on, everybody? All right, there we go. Comments are up now. So yeah, there's a couple things that I wanted to touch base on when it comes to the fragrance budgeting, especially on my behalf. Things that I do that I've managed to stick to, and that's the thing. You have to be sort of strict. Yeah, I have expensive fragrances like Roja Doves and Creeds and stuff like that, but that's stuff that I've managed to save through this process. One rule that I've come to, I do blind buy. It's not something I suggest doing at all, but I obviously make sure that I try to tell people to sample before they buy. That's something I always preach. If you notice, I don't care what this means for my channel. What's going on, Josh? What's going on, Davis? One of the things that I practice on my channel, I don't care what it means if you guys don't like this. I never tell anybody to buy a fragrance. I never tell anybody not to buy a fragrance. That's awesome, Travis. It's sample before you buy. It prevents you from making the wrong decisions. It prevents you from this insane of being this notion of being upset from when you do blind buy, because it does happen. And some of us even have this thing. I've made this catchphrase up. It's called blind buy bias. And what blind buy bias is basically, how's it going, everyone? Is when you blind buy a fragrance and you convince yourself that fragrance smells good, even though you're not really convinced. You try to convince yourself that fragrance smells good because you spent a decent amount of money on that fragrance. That's called blind buy bias, or something that I've managed to call blind buy bias, at least. And sampling fragrances for a little while prevents you from having that blind buy bias. You know, sampling is always something that I suggest, or decanting, trying fragrances out. And yes, it prevents wasting money, Josh. Exactly. Another thing, and this is a rule that I stick by. I almost broke the rule today, but I didn't. I almost broke the rule today. I didn't because I saw a good. What's going on, Alex? What's going on, Travis? What's your biggest blind buy mistake? Oh, man. Biggest blind buy mistake. I'm trying to look right now. It was almost that By Killian fragrance. It was almost that By Killian Sweet Redemption. It was almost Sweet Redemption by Killian. I hated that fragrance when I bought it. I really did. But thank God I kept it because I actually grew to start liking it. To be honest, a lot of the stuff that I have blind bought, thank God I did like, or I've kept for a while and then come to appreciate. And who knows, that might not ever have happened. And I could have probably hated that fragrance and it would have been a waste of over $200 something. And that fucking sucks. Ooh, I shouldn't really curse on these live streams. Trade by our mom, Sacred Wood. Yeah, I totally hear that. And there's ones that, like, I don't suggest blind buy and all, but the one rule that I managed to stick by, and like I said, I almost broke it today, but I didn't, is I set myself a time frame. Some people know this that I talk to. I set myself a time frame. I purchase my fragrances no matter what within the first week of every month. It allows me to set my budget. It allows me to know what's going on, Travis. It allows me to know what I have the ability to spend for the month. And then I can actually budget that. And I do not break that rule. I do not break that rule. If there is a new fragrance coming out and it's in the second week of the month, I have to wait till the next month to get it. It's just something that because I know when I used to not have this rule, I used to just spend and spend, and I used to start living past my means. And then it became way less enjoyable. I was risking other priorities that I had to spend money on fragrances. And then that caused a whole bunch more stress. And I'm just being honest, it was sort of crazy to do this. It was sort of crazy to live past my means. I did it past few months ago too. It sucks. Something good pops up in the Facebook groups. It's a good price. And you know what though? But you know what? You know what I've come to find is those prices are going to come and go, man. They're going to come and they're going to go. If it's not your time, it's not your time, man. Just let fate happen, because you know what? It's way better to just let it go than to try to live past your means and just struggle for the rest of the month because you wanted to spend $150 on a fragrance. That's something that could have gone to something else. And it sucks to live past that struggle. So it's just one rule that I managed to set by myself. And yours doesn't have to be the first of the month. And I'm not saying you have to do any of these rules. Just something that, what's up, Robert? Just something that give yourself a budget. Give yourself a budget and give yourself a little time frame. And in that time frame, you know what you can do is you can sample those fragrances. You can try these fragrances out. You can try these fragrances for that month if it's past your means, and then find out if you really like it and enjoy it, and then put it in. I buy every 2 months. That's a great rule as well. That's a great rule as well. But make a rule and stick to it. Stick to it. If you're not sticking to it, there's no point in making the fucking rule in the first place. I'm sorry to curse. Once again, I don't really care on these live streams that much. But you know what? If you're gonna, because there's so many people that I see living past their means, trying to keep up with the fads, trying to keep up with the Joneses, especially as a reviewer, there's a lot of pressure and tension and, to try to live up to that. And if you notice, it's not something that I always don't do the first impressions of a new fragrance because it doesn't get within that time window. If it doesn't, it sucks for me. Oh, well, there's other fragrances that I have been able to do the first impressions of because they came out within the first week, and then I'll do it. But if it's not really something I'm going to risk my rule and eventually start bending it more and more just to supplement something. I will definitely sample things out. I'll try to let you guys know on samples and try to let you guys know through stuff like that. But as far as collecting the fragrances, I'm not going to buy something outside, even if it's for a really, really, really good price, which almost happened today. And met you at Perfumology, Joe Fresco, a few weeks back. Love the live stream. Oh, Joe, really? Trying to remember. Oh, yeah. I remember. All right. I've blown 1,000 in 30 days. See, and that's the stuff, and that's what I'm talking about, Robert. Like, if you know you have to calm down, maybe try. I'm not saying you have to implement that specific rule. I'm not saying you have to implement that specific rule, but build. You got to learn to build restraint. Because there's times, I'll tell you what, there's times when I didn't have these rules in place that I risked a lot of fucking things. I risked a lot of things in my life just to get fragrance. Just to get fragrance. Yeah, they make me happy, but shit, I'd rather keep my freaking lights on and not spend $1,000-something on a freaking fragrance than I'm at the point where my collection is so large, I only need 10 ml decants now. Never will, dude. And dude, I'm at that. Honestly, I'm at that point too. And to tell you the truth, I'm not really one to sell my fragrances at all. I feel weird, especially as a reviewer, to sell my fragrances or sell decants. I have no problem with anybody else doing that. It's just, what's going on, Rob? How you doing? All realistic and not getting caught up in the YouTube. Exactly, Rob. Exactly. I know you don't do that too. I know you don't do that. That's so like you like I never mentioned to you this before, but stuff like that, like that's inspiring to me because you know what, like it is hard to keep up with those Joneses. It is hard to keep up with those new releases and stuff like that. But if they're not in my window, I'm not gonna risk my well-being. I'm not going to risk the stuff that I have going on for me. I'm not going to risk my happiness just so I can buy something to have it. What is that, clout? I think that's what the kids are calling it, clout these days. Yeah, I'm not risking clout points to freaking buy a fragrance and be the first one to review it. I'll review it when I get to it. As shitty as that sounds, and as much as I do want to get those reviews out to you guys, if it's not within that window, I'm not gonna break my pocket and break something. I keep it real, get what I want and get what I can. Exactly. It doesn't have to be something new or something like that. Or, you know, like I do niche, I do indie, I do designer, I do cheapies. Actually, I'm going to be doing my cheapie summer list coming out real soon. So it's just, that's something that if you're trying to build a collection, make sure you set rules in place so you don't go ballistic on yourself. Otherwise, this hobby will burn out for you really quickly, and then you'll miss out on a lot of good things. So make sure that you're setting rules for yourself. Make sure, whether it's setting a budget, whether it's setting a time frame, whether it's you're gonna know your restraints. I'm not gonna be your has anyone seen the price of Prada to be afraid? Right? What do women say when they see the size of your collection? I've had a lot of funny looks. Actually, it just happened. You know what? It's funny. It just happened a little while ago, and she asked which one I was wearing, and I had to pull out because I'm actually wearing another. I'm wearing a decant tonight. I got this one from the Alpha Fragrances. I don't know if you guys saw me do that video, but this is the Versace Oud Noir. When I did this first impression, I wasn't that impressed. But actually, once that first blast dries down, see you later, Josh. Once that first blast dries down, it does. Once that first blast dries down on Versace Oud Noir, it's actually a sexy fragrance. It's a nice close encounter. It's got nice cardamom, leather in there. The oud is there, but it's not really too prevalent, but it's a good, sexy fragrance. I'm really glad that I picked that one from Alpha Fragrances. Another thing that I wanted to talk about, that's why this is titled and More. So one thing that's always been an issue with me ever since I've come home from Iraq, the second time I was there with my reserve unit, one of the things that was an issue for me, I don't know why, if I got acclimated to dry heat or something like that, but I started to sweat a lot when I got back home from Iraq. And it was just the Northeast is very humid, hot place. And when that humidity hits, I sweat really bad. So I tried a bunch of things. I don't know if anybody else has an experience like that. And if it's oud, it's all about the Oud Satin Mood. Oud Satin Mood is banging. I was sampling that. And is there a better time to buy certain frags. Yeah, well, that's what you're gonna have to figure out. If you're talking about buying certain frags, like if you're looking to buy niche, save up for niche. Save up for niche. If you're gonna only spend within that first time frame of the month, like I do, I might have to put off buying maybe one sheepy next month just so I'm able to the month after that buy a nice, expensive new release niche fragrance or something like that. But anyways, back to the sweating thing. I actually had to get a there's a stuff called oxybutylene, which they prescribed me, and I'm sweating right now because I didn't take it, and these freaking lights are crazy. But it makes the sweat a little bit more sustainable and a little bit more because I was actually profuse. Almost missed the light. Oh, Raphael, what's going on? A lot of winter frags can be found low during the summer. Exactly. Robert, right now it's Ramadan. Actually, you know what's funny? I was just talking about that. In 2009, I was in Iraq during Ramadan, and it was actually really like the village that we were guarding was actually really, really cool. Really nice people, amazing food. I love the people there. It was really an experience the first time I was there. Or second time, no, first time. Got to be drinking your water. And then one last thing I wanted to talk about. I wasn't sure if I was going to talk about this or not, but it's something that I do want to bring up with you guys, and I want to ask your guys' opinion. What's going on, Go Kraken? It's something I only buy for discounts. That's a great rule to have. So it's coming up around that time for me where I'm gonna be straight up fucking honest with you guys. It's coming up around that time for me where monetization on my channel is a thing, and this is something that I'm struggling with. And I'll tell you why. I'm struggling with it because I don't want monetizing my channel to affect the way that you guys think about how I run my channel. So it's something that I wanted to open up to you guys and ask you and talk to you. Like it's something I'm honestly struggling with. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it or not. And I don't know. If I monetize my channel, they wind up pushing my videos more to get more views and more things because you're a YouTube partner now. They push your videos more, and that's a cool thing. See you later, Rob. But it's something that I don't want anybody to think that doing that would change the integrity of my channel at all, or my opinions of anything or anything like that. So I wanted to see what your guys' opinion were. I'm not sure if you guys have any questions about it. I know a little bit about it, so I could talk to you about it specifically. And Rob, I really, really appreciate that. Thank you. You know, I don't want people to think that it changes my opinions or changes anything like that. I wanted to open this up to you guys. It's not at that point yet, but it's coming up rather quickly. And I'm not sure. I mean, I might not just monetize every video. I might monetize once here or there because you have a choice of how to do it and stuff like that. But as you guys know, this has never been something that was a monetary thing for me in the first place. It's not really about money for me or fame. It's about getting my opinion out there and sharing my passion with you guys, which is why I like doing these live streams too. I love sharing. Let's see. Take it easy as long as you stay genuine. And that's the thing. And that's why I wanted to come to you guys too. You know, it's something I would definitely keep my integrity intact. And I know that sounds cliche because who wouldn't fucking say that, right? It's not like someone's gonna come up and be like I'm gonna lie to you guys. No, it's something that I want to keep my integrity intact for. Lily, I've been paying attention to many reviewers' likes and dislikes. I'm now trying to link up with certain reviewers. It's Davis. It'd be cool if YouTube did a thing to finance your fragrance hobby. Yeah, and that's another thing. I'm not looking for. I mean, yeah, if I did monetize my channel, the monetization would strictly go towards this hobby and nothing else. Obviously, I have everything else paid for fine, and I have my rules in place. But if I did monetize my channel, it might be able to get me to that point where I could say like I have that rule in place. But if I had that monetization in, if a new fragrance came out and you guys wanted me to review it, I can bend that rule. And I mean, I can bend that rule anyways. It's just something that I managed to keep just so I don't go freaking crazy with my spending. But if these were things that were in place, monetization is transparent to the viewers. Very true. Why not get paid? That you guys are awesome, man. I appreciate yous. Yeah, that's the thing. It's not cheap either, but it's not like I wouldn't be spending that. It's not like I wouldn't be spending my money on fragrances in the first place, to be honest. I've been spending on it for a while, but it would give me the opportunity to get like the newer releases and stuff like that. Compliments on Aventus. I'll answer that in a second. The monetization may be the best enabler of the hobby. Very true. It may make me break my rule. Travis, very, very good question. So we can open that up to anybody that wants to answer that as well. Aventus, compliment getter. I guess that all comes down to, you know, I get compliments on, sometimes I get compliments on fragrances that are just sort of bland even. Not saying that I get a ton of compliments. That's not what I'm saying. I guess it's all about the presentation. And to be honest, I haven't gotten very, very many compliments. I think a lot of people wind up complimenting me because they know that I do review fragrances. So they know that if they smell something on me, that they're gonna obviously compliment it. But there's ones that, you know, there are astronomical comments that are like, wow, you smell amazing. Never get complimented on it either. See, exactly, Alex. Loves it and picks it up every time I wear it, even though I can't smell it on myself 30 minutes after. That's the thing too. You become very anosmic to it. I think it has something to do with the ambroxan. I'm not really quite sure because that one fragrance I just reviewed that my friend Ken Williams happened to make a good meme about. That was actually really good. Was that Moscow Mule one. I think people were getting confused about like the booziness about it. It's not a boozy like a booze like a rum or like a it's sort of like a vodka, which is sort of like a transparent almost alcohol kind of scent, which is what I get from that. Monetization, apply the pressure, maybe. Product carbon is good. LOL Ken Williams. Yes, you guys know. I get compliments a lot. Unsolicited too. It's always for a husband or boyfriend. Oh, you're talking about with Aventus, aren't you? And yeah, it's just that Moscow Mule one. It sort of had that Molecule 1 effect on me where I didn't smell it a lot on myself. I was getting wafts here and there, but evidently my Central and Sillage was actually really good to where I asked people and they smelled it like as I was walking away. What's one cologne you always have to have? One cologne I always have to have in my collection, without a doubt, Myrrh and Tonka. I don't care. I don't care if it's summer. And if I could only have one bottle of any fragrance, it would be Myrrh and Tonka. If I'm going to be wearing that during the summer, I'll have to wear it during the summer. It's not really a summer fragrance, but if I could only have one, it'll absolutely be Myrrh and Tonka. Love that scent. Absolutely love that scent. That's one that, I mean, and I have like autographed bottle. I'm not fucking flexing here. But I mean, like I have autographed bottles and stuff like that. But Myrrh and Tonka just, you know, that was a love fragrance for me. That was a love. I haven't tried product like yes you are. No, I'm not. Actually, I'm giving away, and I don't know if you guys saw this. Hold on, I have it right here though. And I wanted to touch base on that too real quick. But I'm giving away this autographed travel set of the Gallivant fragrances travel. There's a bunch of discovery kit. This is a discovery kit autographed by Nick Stewart. It says happy travels from Nick. That's one of the things I want to touch base with you guys real quick with too. I have 2 giveaways that are open right now that were supposed to be closed by about this time. There was a situation that happened that I wasn't able to close them because I wasn't going to be able to ship them out. I'm going to be closing them this week though. That includes this one. So this coming week, this is going to be tagged on the top of that video. I'll let you guys know now. Next Friday, within a week, this one and those Alexandria fragrances that I reviewed, both of those will have their winners, and I'll be tossing a couple little extra things for a little bit of the wait. It's just a couple things wind up happening and a couple setbacks, and I had to get something shipped back out. But this and those Alexandria fragrances that I did the review on, I'll toss in a couple niche samples and stuff like that too for the winners. But if you haven't already checked out those videos and comment, go ahead and do it. Some of the cheapies like Montblanc Legend and Versace Pour Homme get compliments 10 out. Exactly. Versace Pour Homme was actually on my list of 10 designers that I had to keep it. And I love that one. I love that one. I'm actually on like my 4th bottle. Oh, no problem, Davis. Top 5 YouTube cologne reviewers. I don't. That's a question I will answer. I don't like answering that because I don't like, I watch so many and I love so many of them. But I'll answer top 5 just off the top. I'll answer 5 off the top of my head. Not necessarily top, but I'll answer 5 off the top of my head right now. Jensense, Ashen, Timmy Imagine Sense. You can basically say Teen Top 5, or I'll just say Teen Top 5 as one. Sebastian Jara is a good one. I'm just looking at the Big Beard B is so, you cannot help but to be entertained by Big Beard B. Like, he's just, the fact that he's mentioned me in a video, freaking crazy to me because he's like this huge. Like, there's so many great ones out there. Cuba, Brooklyn, Red Aless. Like, it's hard to name 5. That's honest. Just there's, you know, like I said, Teen Top 5 would be up there. Sebastian. There's other guys like Chris from Scentland. Chris from Scentland had some awesome comment. Some of the other channels like freaking Fragmental Chris. That's my boy. Everyone knows that. Even freaking small like channels like there's channels that I watch. What's going on, Ben? There's channels that I watch that are freaking not even in English. And I watch it like freaking Oda Victor. You can see that guy's passion past freaking understanding a language. His passion in videos is insane. And he's just really passionate about reviewing fragrances. What got me into cologne reviewing? What got me into cologne reviewing? Well, I never knew that there was this whole community, first of all. I always had like a smaller collection. And obviously, once I found the fragrance community, my collection started getting bigger and bigger. I had about 10 to 12. And about 2.5 years ago, I started getting into Fragcom and started watching videos and getting into Facebook groups and all that. And then, like, I saw other reviewers. I saw other videos. And it's not like something that I said I could be. Like, I smelled Myrrh and Tonka. That was one that I wanted to share with everybody. And I think I mentioned it in a Team Top 5 video. Just sort of as just a passing thing. And by that time, like, I was talking to Ashley for a while. By that time, I was talking to, like, James and Manny and Timmy and Bradley. Like, I was always on the Team Top 5 star, and they were like, do it, go for it. So they had my back and supported. Like, they just really taught. What I love about it is everyone has their own style. Exactly, their own styles and personalities. Yes, Carlos, you were actually there. Dallas from Chaos Fragrance. Dude, respect to that kid. Dallas from Chaos Fragrance is doing his thing. He's doing an awesome, awesome job. I talk to Dallas a lot, and he's, like, it's weird. I'm a 35-year-old guy talking, like he's a great kid, and he has some fire fucking content. Like his shooting, his videography, his editing. That kid, and I gave Dallas. I told him this. I gave Dallas the nickname The Future, because that's what he is, the future. Wait, is Carlos in here? Oh, I thought I saw someone say Carlos, Brooklyn Fragrance Lover too. Oh yeah, Carlos. What's going on? Thumbs up for Dallas. Exactly. Thumbs up this video for that. Dallas is a great kid. I don't know why I keep calling him good. He's a freaking man. Dallas is a great man. He has awesome content, and he's doing his thing, man. He's freaking working. He's doing his schooling, and he's fucking making videos, fucking quality, fire freaking videos that I only wish that I could do as good as. He's a good kid. I gotta stop saying kid. Good guy. Let's see. Bradley. Holy shit. Oh, Bradley is in here. Thank you. What's going on, Bradley? Yeah, I mean, and Bradley would even say Dallas. A lot of people compare Dallas to Bradley, and Dallas has drawn inspiration from Bradley, but he takes it in his own way, and he does a great job in it. And I know Bradley has his Instagram is freaking. Bradley's Instagram is awesome, amazing. You got to teach me golf sometime, Bradley. That would be awesome. I speak for a bunch of you. Thanks, you guys. Thank you. That means a lot. One thing that I try doing is I another rule that I have set as a reviewer is I always try to implement something new once a week to one video, whether it's something in editing, whether it's something in shooting, whether it's something comedic or character. I like adding something new once a week just to help. If I stay within my comfort zone, I'm not going to grow. So I like trying new things and trying something else. Dude, if you see me play golf, Bradley, I'm more of a football. I mean, I'm more of a football kind of guy, and I don't have that. I don't have that stroke down at all. I'm just a stiff, big guy. So, but yeah. In closing, I wanted to thank you guys really much. Thank you so much. Like, yeah, I love your alter egos, man. The best. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. I might get on another live feed again before we before the end of the month, just to touch. I love interacting with you guys and talking with you guys personally. I'm gonna be heading back out right now. I just came back home. I just saw Deadpool 2. Guys, go see that. It's freaking awesome, funny. You're doing great, brother. I think I might actually. If you guys don't know, I just saw someone say comment. Do my Instagram videos next time. I've been doing like the stories on Instagram a lot. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, go check it out. If you don't follow Bradley on Instagram, his shit's fire. Sorry to curse again, but his is fire. Someone else says, Chris says Deadpool 2 was great. Go check out Deadpool 2. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, go check out down below. My next live might be on Instagram. There's a bunch of guys on there that do their thing. I don't want to step on their territory at all. I'll talk up with a bunch of them and see. But, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. You know it always means a lot to me. Have a great weekend, guys. Make sure to like, comment, blah, blah, blah. And as always, and most importantly, go frag yourselves.